Hey everyone, thanks for watching. We're going around America, and this time we're going to get a little obscure, like Atlas Obscura, and we go to Los Angeles for this. Carlyle Coash is joining us. Thank you so much for taking the time.
For sure. Thank you for asking me.
Okay, so for the uninitiated, let's start here. What is Atlas Obscura?
Atlas Obscura is a company that started about 10 years ago with a core mission of celebrating wonder, sense of place, and curiosity with the world around us. And initially, it was created just as an online resource for people where they created an atlas of interesting, unique, off-the-beaten-path locations all over the world. Right now, there's about 16,000 locations that they've plotted all over the atlas. Then about 5 years ago, they decided to build the organization a little bit more, and we've published 2 books. We do international and domestic trips, and we have 7 chapter cities in the United States that do local events, and I run the Los Angeles chapter for...
Yeah. Now, I'm a native of Long Beach, California. Spent the first 27 years of my life there. I know what it's like in Southern California. It can be rather obscure. There are a lot of interesting things going on. So you do several events a month. So what are some of the events that you do there in Los Angeles?
It's a pretty wide variety, from unique, interesting collections or museums. We have a number of people we work with who, like there's one gentleman who has this amazing collection of magic memorabilia that's in his house in Pasadena. And he lets us bring a tour in and look at these wonderful pieces of memorabilia that he has, all the way to walking tours to larger events where we might take over a space and curate an interesting experience for people.
I would assume that the possibilities are limitless here, right?
For sure.
Yeah, you've got a lot of different things you could choose from. Now, why do you suppose Atlas Obscura has become this popular, where you started with an online reference base, so to speak, but then you've grown into all this other stuff? What is it about Atlas Obscura and this topic that really interests people?
Well, I think that one of the things we really try to do is create experiences for people to reconnect with those things that they either didn't realize were even there, or that I think everyone, not everybody, but I think a lot of people have in their hearts that curiosity about what's behind that, what's down that street, or what's down that interesting looking corridor, and what's behind that door that looks really old and interesting. And so I think we tap into that. And we also work fairly hard to do deep dives into things.
Yeah.
So, for example, we work with a gentleman who has spent the last 40 years building harpsichords, of all things, because he loves the harpsichord. And he now supplies the entire West Coast, so orchestras and chamber music orchestras with harpsichords. And you wouldn't even know he existed. He's in this very kind of off the beaten path location in Los Angeles, down in a basement studio that he's been in for almost 40 years. And he just handcrafts these masterpieces.
All right, Carlyle, with about 40 seconds left, you've got something coming up called Jurassic Soiree, and this is an after hours thing, right?
Yeah, it's an after hours party at the Natural History Museum. We're doing this in collaboration with the New York Times, and people can come after hours. It's just us in the museum, and we'll get a backstage exploration of the Dino Lab. So this is a place that people don't really get a chance to see, at least the general public. And they'll be showing fossils that maybe 3 or 4 people have seen in the last 20, 30 years. So it's pretty wonderful that they're willing to let us do that.
Atlas Obscura in Los Angeles, Carlyle Coash. Thank you so much for your time. Needless to say, not enough time, but thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem, anytime.
Going around America, and this time we stopped in Los Angeles for some Obscura things. I'm Vic McCarty for NewsNet.